Welcome to the official YouTube channel for Santa J Claus. Be sure to subscribe for new content and comment below to introduce yourself. May the magic of Christmas brighten your days all year long.
Well, hello there, my friends. Hello there, and best wishes to each of you. I'm so very excited that you're joining in on the Art Livestreamy. A wonderful thing. We get to be creative and paint and draw and color all sorts of wonderful things. And I hope that as you visit with me today, maybe that you have a little project that you're working on that we can do at the same time. Maybe a wonderful drawing project. Get the crayons out, my friends, or the pencil and paper. There are so very many wonderful ways to be creative and to create art as well. My friends, I send you all of my best wishes from my heart to yours, and I'm excited to begin today. Now, today I wanted to do something a little larger in the scope. Most of the time we've been doing the smaller little paintings, and I wanted to do a larger painting today when I saw something that I wanted to do. Today's painting, because it will take a little longer to paint, I've already gone through and inked all of it, my friends. But I'm going to be working on the Arches watercolor paper. A wonderful thing. This is the cold press paper, my friends. Now, I cannot wait to be able to share with you what I've been working on. But let me tell you, there's a wonderful creative individual that I have always been inspired by, a Mr. Walt Disney. And Mr. Walt created so very many wonderful different things. But one of the things that he created was Walt Disney Studios. And they are celebrating their 100th year this year. But one of the things that has become quite a tradition in all sorts of different movie companies, my friends, is sending off very special Christmas cards when it comes to the holidays and Christmas. Well, this is the very first Christmas card ever sent by the Walt Disney Company. And I thought it'd be a wonderful way to be able to do my own version and paint it, and I think it'll be a wonderful thing. So this is what we will begin with. Here in the Arches, I have gone through and I have penciled in and sketched the whole card that was sent out to individuals many, many, many years ago in the 30s, my friends. And now I've also inked it because it will take quite a while to paint it. But I hope that you will enjoy. I will tell you, my friends, it took quite a while to ink all of the black background. But what a wonderful special card. We see Mickey here playing his sort of organ/piano musical instrument wonderful things with a little sign here that says, "Now playing a silly symphony," a wonderful thing as well. But my goodness, Mickey, what is happening here? This little mouse here seems that he's about to be dropping a giant snowball on top of Mickey. I do not know. We'll see. But the season's greetings from Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney. This is today's project. I'm very excited to begin. We're going to start right off the bat, my friends, with painting. And I hope that you will enjoy as well. Welcome, welcome everyone that has joined in. I wanted to share with all of you as well, here on the Tiki Talkie, this is what I'm going to be painting today. It's a sketch that I created with pencil, and then I've gone through and inked it as well. This is of the very first Christmas card that the Walt Disney Studios sent to all of those that work on all of the magical films very long ago, the very first one. I thought it would be perfect to be able to recreate. Hello there, my friends, dreaming of a white Christmas. Hello there, Bethany, our wonderful moderator, has joined in as well. Welcome, welcome. I never heard of that brand. You've never heard of the Walt Disney brand? Or are you talking about Arches? Arches, a wonderful, wonderful watercolor paper. One of my very favorites, my friends. Well, I hope that you will enjoy all of the painting that we're going to do today. And I'm going to be starting off by creating a sort of wash. I love, my friends, on all of this, how the original cards that exist, you can certainly see are older And this is one thing that we're going to be doing as well today. We're going to be painting a little bit of brown within the painting itself. The very first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give our painting a little bit of water, just so that everything moves throughout it quite well. We will try our very best going through this, and I hope that you all enjoy it. This is also a time, my friends, that you can ask any questions that you might have. Maybe there's a question that you've always wanted to ask. Well, I would love to be able to answer them. Hello there, my friends, to all of those joining in. Welcome, welcome. If you are wanting to see the painting begin, well, I hope that you will join us. I hope that you will join us on the Tubi of the Ubi. Certainly. So here you're going to see that I'm putting over a little bit of we're putting through a little bit of browns and yellows as well. Just to give it an age to it. Let me see if I can move this just a little bit. I'm seeing that this is so large that it's creating a little bit of shadow. I'm going to go through and do just a little bit of yellows as well. As papers tend to yellow up a little through age. Good morning, Dan. Hello there, my friends. Saroya has joined in as well. Welcome, welcome. Melissa has joined in. How are Santa doing and Mrs. Santa doing? Well, Mrs. Claus is doing so quite well. This is a very exciting time for her. She's also prepping for Christmas. So very many wonderful things. Wonderful. Now what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to go through and create just a little bit of wonderful. We're going to go through it, my friends, but I'm going to check in on our little Coco. I hear Coco is possibly getting into a little trouble, and this is what we're going to do. Coco is certainly getting into trouble, my friends. Certainly. Always, always certainly getting into trouble. My goodness, my friend. What do you think? You say hello to everyone. you say hello to everyone? I have nothing for you right now. We're painting, my friend, and I'm having to stop the art live streaming because you're trying to get into trouble. You can't go over to the workshop right now. They are busy. They do not want you all around in their business. What do you think? You want to lay down? Why don't you go lay down? Wonderful. Well, shall we begin once again? Hello there. What is it I see you there, my friends? Best wishes to you. Now we're going to go through, as I said, and just give a little flick here and there. Just giving us a little bit of a texture as well. Another thing that you can do, if you don't want to use your finger, well, you can certainly go through and tap it away as well. And if there's some that are just a little too dark for you, well, you can certainly adjust it as you see fit. Here I'm going to go through and just tap just a little here and there that might be a little too dark. What do you think? I think we're there. Hello there, hello there. Coco looks so very cute. She's a very cute little dog, a wonderful, wonderful dog that we rescued. Very important to be able to rescue animals in need. Now I'm going to use the blow dryer. We're going to start with nice dry paper after we've put all of the coloring on there. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Wonderful. I'm dressing up as Rudolph this year also. Wonderful. Coco, don't get yourself on the naughty list. Well, Bethany, she's always getting on the naughty list. But do you know that it's something that we have to be patient? We have to be patient with the animals we care for. I'm often reminded, Coco loves to try to eat everything. If there's a candy cane on the ground, she will eat it. If there's a rock on the ground, she will eat it as well. And this goes all the way back to when she was not being cared for properly, and she was being starved. And she did not have the food that she needed. So every time something could possibly be edible, well, she would try to eat it. And so now, even though she has all of the food that she possibly could want, well, my goodness, still, my friends, she is she's eating everything. Okay, we are going to begin. There are so very many wonderful colors in all of this. But it's a very muted tone. There's not a whole lot here, my friends, there's not a whole lot of brightness in this one because it's old. It is somewhat faded. Now there's a very unique green color in this, and this is something that I'm going to start with first. I'm going through and mixing a few different greens to give the green that I'm looking for. And then I notice that on all of the lettering here, my friends, all of this is going to be in that green. I'm also noticing that we do not want to paint over the little snowflakes in the air. And here we are. Season's greetings. What a wonderful Christmas card. I can only imagine when the very first Christmas card was sent out to all of the employees to celebrate their hard work and dedication. I can only imagine how excited everyone was to receive such a special card. Now these cards are found within museums, which is always a wonderful thing, and in collections. And I love this here from Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney. I'm going to be making a very special trip. In just a few days, I'm going to be visiting the Walt Disney family and visiting the wonderful museum, the Walt Disney Museum. A wonderful place to visit. So here we have this wonderful season's greeting lettering here, and I think that we're going to do another little pass through in color, but we're going to continue on as well. One of the things that we're going to do here is paint this delightful musical instrument. To all of those joining in, welcome, my friends. I'm so very happy that you're here. My goodness, Isaiah has sent 95 likes. What a wonderful thing. Welcome, welcome, my friends. We are here painting on the art live streaming. Now, I try to do this twice a week. This week, unfortunately, because I'm going to be traveling to the Walt Disney Family Museum, I'm not going to be able to paint on Thursday for most of you, but we will work on something special coming up. And this one, I think, is going to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity as well. So here also is going to be green, and we're going to do a couple different shades of this green. I hope that you're doing well as well, Bethany. Painting as well. What a wonderful oil painter Miss Bethany, our wonderful moderator, is. I hope that you're following along on all that she's doing as well on the Ubi of the Tubi. Wonderful. It does not need to be perfect, but I'm going to try my very best to be able to match what we have here. I'm also noticing that I have some line work that I'm missing. One of them being right here. This we want to be able to continue on through here and also here as well. Hello there, Santa. Well, Celine, I see you there. Best wishes to you. Layla says hello as well. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. To all of those here on the Tiki Talkie, if you're wanting to follow along as I'm painting this piece of art with Mickey Mouse, well, my friends, I hope that you will join in on the Ubi of the Tubi. And there's something called the link in bio that you might be able to find on the page on Tiki Talk to be able to find me there. Wonderful. Now here we also have some little spots in here that we want to be able to do. All throughout in this little section here. There's a little stripes involved here. I'm going to do little stripes here and there. I'm also noticing some lines there that I have forgotten. Some green, all the green. Then we're going to do a little green here as well. Wonderful. And then this whole line here underneath is green. And if you search, my friends, for the first Christmas card of Disney, well, you will find some pictures of these originals that are in collections. You'll be able to spot them and see what I'm looking at here. What I will, if I have time in the future, I'm going to try to put in a little picture of, what do they call it? They call it the original that you're using, your reference image, your reference art, reference pictures, the reference that you use to create your art. Well, I want to be able to include some of this as well for you. So here we are, my friends. We have created some of the green, and I'm not seeing quite any green left, but I'm going to go back now. Let's blow dry this so it's nice and dry. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to put a little bit more on this side, create just a little bit of depth and shadow. All through here. The great thing with watercolor is you're layering it. So you'll notice that the green on this side is darker than the green on this side. And the reason is because we're putting even more color onto it. And we can even darken it up just a bit more if we need, and put in just a little bit more down here where the shadow would be. Wonderful. The other thing that I want to do is I want to create just a tad bit more of a brightness when it comes to the lettering here. Now the wonderful thing with a good watercolor brush is it will hold a lot of water. You'll notice that here I'm not going back and forth with the paint because I've allowed the water to soak up, my friends, through the brush. And as gravity works and I use up the paint on the tip of the brush, well, there's more paint that will flow through it. And on something like this, I'm not thinking of it being perfect. I'm wanting it to truly appear to be handmade. We can see the brush strokes. We can see the little quirks of something that is original. And I'm going to go through and I think I'm going to add just a little bit more to the piano as well. Thank you, Santa. I've been working on painting backdrops for a school play. How exciting, Bethany. Painting backdrops for a school play. Very exciting indeed. And I'm going to add just a touch of yellow into our green, as I see that there's a little more yellow on this part as well. The other thing that I'm noticing is if we darken it up just a bit, there's a little bit more of a darkness underneath here as well. And that makes sense. Not too much though. There we are, blow dryer, my friends. Hello there and welcome, welcome. I hope that you have seen the latest video that I have posted. A wonderful video, all about hot cocoa bombs, as they call them. Welcome, welcome, Santa Claus. I should say information on, it went by so very quickly, I'm sorry, my friends. Santa, do you have elf doctors at the North Pole? Well, the wonderful thing is we do have some elf doctors that work on things here and there, but it's more for support. You see, here at the north of the Arctic, my friends, we do not have illnesses as you might think of them in the world. It's just not how it works. I have so very many people that are so worried. Santa, I hope that you do not get sick for Christmas. This is just not how it works, my friends. For thank goodness, my friends, a wonderful thing. Christmas magic is always keeping me healthy. And I noticed this little spot right in here that I forgot about. And there's a little additional spot along in here and here as well. The other thing is we want to be able to do these in layers. It will give us a much better look. Wonderful. The next thing that I'm going to be adding in is there's some yellows as well here in this piece. And I will try my best. Very brightness of the yellow. Now these ones here we have to be quite careful, as if you see the light that is shining through here, we do not want to paint over all of the little pieces of snow. So we must be careful. And we can add some highlights here and there too for the snow. This is almost twice as large as the painting that we would normally do here on the Livestreamy, which is why a lot of the inking was already completed. There's quite a bit of just little moments here where the light is shining through. Going to brighten it up just a little. As there's a bright spot on the original right in here. And also, we can use that bright, bright yellow for Mickey's wonderful shoes. Wonderful. And also, we have the light that's shining through this window. Now, what do you think they are selling within this store right here? With just a little bit of the letters that we can see, what do you think they might be selling in the store? Hello there, good morning, Gail. I see you there. Adela, I see you. Jennifer has welcomed in. Kenny is here as well. Does anyone else see the word Andy and it makes you think of Toy Story? Wonderful. Well, certainly. Now, I think that there's a letter missing. I think there's a letter missing from this. What do you think? Do you think there might be a letter missing? Now, if I were to guess, my friends, I think I would guess that maybe inside they sell candy. I think it might be a candy store. And there are a couple little darker spots of yellow as well. Wonderful. Now there are also a couple little spots that we want to add. Some of them are certainly our lamplight here. I can move it out, hopefully you can see it. Wonderful. And this wonderful moon as well. It's always nice to see these type of things and to be inspired to create. But oftentimes I'm also thinking of the very first individual that painted this. What a wonderful imagination to create all that is happening within the image. It truly is telling a story. Wonderful. I'm going to add just a little bit more yellow as this is quite bright as well. We may need to come back. You'll see that it has marked the lettering just a bit. But we can come back to this one. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the little windows as well. But I think that we've done everything with the yellow. There might be just a little bit of yellow in here as well. Along in here. It's interesting, and where they're putting the yellow, you'll see that it's really for us to see that the light from the windows are shining. the light of the windows are shining onto the snow itself. What a wonderful thing. Welcome, welcome, my friends. We are doing our art live streaming today. We're in the middle of painting this wonderful thing that I've sketched and inked. It is an original Christmas card from long ago. I thought it'd be a wonderful thing to see. The other thing that none of you have spotted to remind me that I almost forgot, the little buttons on Mickey are yellow. Wonderful, wonderful. There's also a few little spots in here that are yellow indeed. Wonderful. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas is true. Yummy candy from Disneyland's Main Street. Candy and ears. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to be making a special trip very soon, my friends, to the Disneylands. This is something that I try to do when they are preparing to put up all of the Christmas decorations and holiday themes. I try to get a sneak peek to see how they're doing at spreading Christmas cheer. Wonderful. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do might be rather interesting. What an interesting color that they have used. I'm going to be using, I think, to get the same color, I'm going to be using a little bit of Payne's Gray and a slight hint of purple. And just a little dab of red. I think will get us to what we need. Wonderful. I think that we're there. So where is this color? Well, the color is on this outside of the building, all along in here. And I also noticed another little spot that I did not ink. So I'm going to paint it with my paint, and then I will go through and ink it when I'm done. So here we have this wonderful little color. Do you see the color with a little gray and a little red? And it is the brick color, the main part of the brick. We will try our very best There we are. And going through, looking to see, is there any other colors? Well, I'm noticing as I paint this, I'm noticing if we use just a little bit more of a purple and a pink from that original color, and a little bit more of the Payne's Gray, we will get a much darker color that we can use for the fronts of the buildings. I'm seeing the same color is used also in the chimneys as well. Hopefully you can see this. Wonderful. Going through, I'm looking and I'm seeing just a little bit more of the reds and the pinks in this. I'm going to just add just a little bit more here and there. Remember, it does not need to be perfect. We're not making what we would call a replica. We're wanting to go through and honor this wonderful piece. Wouldn't this be a wonderful thing to be able to frame for others to enjoy? Now that same dark color, there's a little bit of a shadow here that I'm going to go through as well. We'll put in a little shadow here as well to make it our own. Wonderful. If you remember, I said that I needed to ink this as well. So there's a little ink line, the edge here, the building we want to go through. We're getting there, my friends. It's starting to take shape. A wonderful thing. Hey there, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Well, Jessica, you're not late. You've arrived just on time. Hello there, Alistair. I see you there. Can you say hello to Gracie and Callie, please? Hello there, my friends. Hello there, and welcome. Best wishes to you. I'm noticing as I look at this lamplight that we certainly did not get it bright enough. There we are. Wonderful. I think next on the list I'm going to go through this what I think is Saint Candy. There's a wonderful blue that is being used. It's a little bit, it has a little touch of teal to it. Ooh, I think that we've got the color right. Wonderful. I think the color is quite spot on. Here we're going to go through there and paint. What I think says candy on the window. What do you think? Do you think they sell candy in this store? What type of candies would they sell? Well, I love candy canes. A wonderful thing. Maybe they're little ribbon candies. Maybe they're little gumdrops. Do you know, in the wonderful story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, we hear that the children were dreaming of something. Do you remember what the children were dreaming of? The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Well, the sugar plums, my friends, the sugar plums were certainly pieces of candy. A very exciting thing. Now here we're going to go through and use some of that same blue, and I'm seeing it being used in a few spaces. Here, inside, and also along in here. And I'm going to use the blow dryer just to make sure that the yellow shoes of Mickey does not bleed over into the other colors. And this blue is used in quite a few little things. We're going to use it quite a bit. The other place that I notice is there's a little blue on the edge of the windowsill here. A wonderful little thing. And we're going to darken this up as well. We're going to darken this up as well, right in this little spot here. And also the candy, now that we've let it dry a little, we can put just a little bit more onto it. Let's see here. This little button we're going to make blue. How very delightful. I'm also noticing that the color that we use for the buildings, just a tad little bit darker. And we have this inter spot here. And this one we're going to get quite dark. And blow dryer. What are having it done for? Jessica, I'm not quite sure of your question. Hello there, my friends, and welcome. Now I'm going to put in a little bit of red. And where might the red be going? Well, I think you might be able to guess it. There we are, a little bit of red. We're going to put a little red in here as well. And all of a sudden now Mickey is coming to life. And blow dryer. There are little spots in here that I continue to see. One of them also is along in here. There's a little bit of an edge right there that we want to create. And there's quite a bit of orange as well. The orange. Where are we going with the orange? Well, the orange is going to be this lovely little scarf. Wonderful, wonderful. There are a couple little spots in here. We're going to go through with a red and an orange together. Brighten it up just a bit with a little bit more orange. I think that we're there. And this color here, my friends, this color here is going to be some of the highlights in the bricks and a few other spots as well. So we're going to go through here and highlight these bricks. Wonderful. And I'm going to go through now, and the same type of orange. You know what I'm noticing? I have made a little bit of a mistake, but we're going to fix it. And I'll show you what we're going to do. So there's a little bit of orange along in here as well. Wonderful. Now we're going to go through with a little more red. And we're going to go through and paint some of the stripes in here as well. And this one we might do a couple different layers just to get the right color. I'm quite excited later today. Once I'm done with the painting, I'm going to go back to the workshop, and we're working on a few new projects. And then later today, I'm going to be going into the studio with our studio elves to work on some very special Christmas songs as well. I'm quite excited to share with each of you. Wonderful. Now I got in such a hurry, my friends, when I was doing the buildings that I painted them all the same color, and they are not the same color. So I made a mistake, but I'm going to go through and see if I can fix it just a bit. So I'm going to go through a brush that's maybe just a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger. And there's a few spots in here. All in this one here. I'm going to go through and let that soak up just a bit. Also in here. And in here. And it might not work all the way, but we're going to try our very best to lighten it up. Right in there. I'm going to go through with that orange color. And I'm going to add just a little bit of yellow to it as well, just to kind of create a different coloring. And hopefully we will make the changes that we need in this little spot here. This is why when you're using something with reference, you're always wanting to make sure that you're look at the reference. It's so very easy to think something is one way, and it's certainly not. Wonderful. And blow dryer. I'm going to go through just a little bit more of the orange and brighten this up just a little bit more. Hello there, my friends, and welcome. I'm so very happy that you're here and joining in. If you're wanting to watch along, you can follow me on the YouTube, my friends. The live streaming, the art live streaming. I try to do this twice a week, and today we're painting this wonderful little painting of Mickey. Isn't it wonderful? Now the next on the list, my friends, is going to be a little bit more orange on our lamp here. Wonderful. I'm just brightening this up here and there. Now there's a lot of shadowing in the snow. Now most of the time, as we've discussed before, snow is often something that we'll paint with Christmassy scenes, even though, my friends, that some countries are in the middle of summer when it comes to Christmas time. Well, I will say that snow oftentimes will have a look of blue in the shadows. And so this is what we're going to be going for as well. A look of blue in the shadows. I'm going to water it down quite a bit, as we do not want a very pigmented color. And you will see so very many things come to life when it comes to the shadows as well. So one of the very first shadows we're going to see, there's a little bit of shadowing coming through in here that I see in the original, a little bit of blue here and there. Then we're going to go through and quite a bit of blue. Quite a bit of blue is peeking out also along in here. Then we also have this wonderful little snowball here. And this snowball also has quite a bit of blue shadow in here. And you'll notice as soon as that shadow starts to hit, it gives it a whole new look. Isn't it wonderful? We create some depths and textures in the snowball. Now there's not one in the original, but I'm going to put just a little bit of shadow also along in here. The next one we see here, lots of shadowing right in this spot. Right in the spot over there, and it sort of just fades off into the distance. The shadowing happening in here, and shadow happening, casting there as well, and all through here. It's amazing what a little bit of shadow will do. It's a wonderful thing. I see some shadows also along in here in the original. And there's going to be some shadows with some blue in here as well. And where else? We have a little spot here that has some shadows and a little spot here as well. There's some shadows along in here. And then also quite a bit of shadow on this outer edge here. All along in here. Wonderful. No, it's not. There's a little bit in here as well. I'm also going to put just a little bit more in here and a little bit in here. And there is some shadows on this little bit of steam coming out of our instrument. And on the larger ones, it's not there in the original, but I'm going to just put in just a little bit of shadow along in here as well. Now there is some shadows in here and along in here, and just a little bit there as well. And it's not there, but I'm going to add just a little bit underneath some of these little things of snow. Wonderful. We also have these here. I'm going to put just a little touch as well on the larger of the snow. Now I'm noticing the little buttons. There are some buttons we certainly want to paint. Now this little button here is red. And I'm noticing that the other two are orange. Wonderful. Well, my friends, I think we've done it. I'm looking all around, and I'm not quite seeing anything that we're missing. I hope that you've enjoyed it. There's a little spot here I'm looking at, the green that we did with the lettering. It looks like they also used the same green for the lamppost. So there we are. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now I know that if you were to take the time to create a little card of your own, I know that everyone would be so excited. Whoever were to receive it, I think it would be an exciting thing. could only be so lucky to receive such a special gift as something that is created by hand with your talents and skills. A wonderful thing. Well, there we are, my friends. I believe that it's done. We have no tape peel, but as I said earlier, there was a little spot in here that we want to make sure is dark enough. And that is Mr. Disney here. When we put the yellow on, it faded it a little bit. So I'm just going to go through here and highlight just a little bit in here. Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful? I think it turned out quite nice. I think it's wonderful. Well, my friends, here we are. We've done it. What do you think? How did it turn out? I hope that you enjoy it. My friends, here it is, the final one. Our painting is complete. It turned out quite nice. Well, I'm wishing you all good things. I hope that you've had a wonderful time today. We did a little larger of a painting today. It is a little larger than our normal ones that we would do. This is the conductor of the Polar Express. Well, here we have created, inspired by one of the very first original Christmas cards that the Walt Disney Company sent off to their employees at Christmas. This was in the 30s, my friends. What a wonderful thing. Well, this was on Arches paper, so one of the things that we're able to do when we are separating the Arches paper, we're going to use a little artist knife, my friends. There's a little spot here that does not have glue. Do you see it there? And if we run it around all along the edge, well, then we will be able to separate it from the rest of the board. And there we are, all complete. A wonderful thing. My friends, I'm sending you all best wishes. May you have an incredible day. May we all find ways to find goodness that is around us and be able to know that even in dark times, even in our struggles, there is good to be found. When I'm thinking of the good of the world, I'm thinking of each of you as well. You brighten my days. You bring so much joy to my life. And I'm so very excited and truly honored, my friends, when each of you have made a choice to spend a little time with me today. My friends, may art find your life. And it is in so very many different ways. May you surround yourself with art. May you surround yourself, my friends, with music and creativity and reading and so very many things to get the heart and the mind creating and using our imaginations as well. My friends, Christmas is almost here. 9 weekends left to go. And I cannot wait for you to see some of the projects that I'm working on to share with you. My friends, be kind and be good. Find ways to spread positivity and cheer to those that are in need. And may we always keep in our hearts, my friends, the thoughts and wishes for those individuals that are not in happiest of times right now. May they find happiness and joy. May there be positivity and peace in the world. My friends, I send you my best wishes. I will see you soon, and I cannot wait. I'm going to post this video, and I hope that you'll let me know what Christmas movie character would you love to see me paint next. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. My friends, be kind, be good, and stay out.